Yasiel Puig will get his first opportunity now. 14 home runs to his credit so far this year. Locke has his target. 1-1 pitch on its way. Hit the target, but this is low. 2-1. Eric, we take a look at the Pirates as they take the field here this afternoon. They come off another loss last time out, and in fact they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
And right after the game, they're off to begin a 9-game road trip, so they'd love to finish this homestand off with a victory.
And a little off to begin the afternoon as it's to 3-1 now.
Yeah, not the spot to find yourself against a good leadoff hitter. Down 3-1 to start the afternoon? Not good.
Swing and a liner, but this will be a foul ball. Count is full. Here's the pitch. Swing and a line drive. Foul. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat. The chance now for the Los Angeles Dodgers starting lineup. Steve, how do they go about completing the sweep on the road?
Well, this team runs pretty well. They drive the ball into the gap pretty well. And as long as they keep avoiding the double play ball and let the game come to them and just drive in runs when they get the opportunities, they're going to be just fine.
Kike Hernandez will stand in now, and as you take a look at the splits, his numbers compare unfavorably once he leaves the comforts of home. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And he takes strike 3 called, and it's a pair of punch-outs that begin the ball game. And with that, let's give you a look at how the Pirates align defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, this is one of the better defenses in all of the league. Very few clubs commit fewer errors than this one. I expect them to be sound in this game.
Adrian Gonzalez will stand in. A big power threat here, to say the least. Currently 3rd in home runs in the National League.
And you know, guys, he's got a boatload of home runs over his last 10 games, so you almost expect him to hit one every time he steps up there.
And a fastball misses there, ball 4.
Hey, you know what? That's all right. He gave him a pretty good battle up there, and he never gave in to him. A walk you can work around. A home run, you can't.
Corey Seager will dig in now, hoping to perhaps make him pay for the 2-out walk. A runner on first with 2 away. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You got to make these guys earn it.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Drilled to the right side. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit.
Well, that base hit is going to get his hit streak to 6 games now, so he's swinging it.
Justin Turner will dig in now. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest. Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning. Ground ball left side. Gung is there on to first, and the Dodgers come up with nothing as that ends the inning. Dodgers strand a couple. Now the Pirates will get their first opportunity. No score. Scott Kazmir, a Texas-born left-hander, gets the starting nod. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, you take a look right here. Right-handed hitters are hitting less than 250 against him. He's had his way with him.
Gregory Polanco will stand in, and you can see that surprisingly he hits better versus left-handed pitching than he does against righties. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Eric, your Dodger ball club, as they enter play here this afternoon, they've got to be considered one of, if not the hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
And they've got themselves a pretty good-sized lead in the division coming into play. Certainly not out of reach yet, but they've got to be pretty comfortable with where they're sitting at this point in the year.
And here's how Clint Hurdle set his Pirates lineup for this one. How do they get back into the win column, Psycho?
Well, Matt, this team has elite speed, so all you have to do is keep the ball on the ground, focus on hitting line drives, and play small ball.
Francisco Cervelli will stride in now. A couple of hits for him in 4 trips in yesterday's ball game.
Well, Matt, he just continues this string of his last 10 games where he's hitting over 300. He has those really nice games mixed in there.
Throw on to Gonzalez, and that's out number 2. And with a quick breather here, let's look at how the Dodgers align on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, remember, this manager has not jumped on board with all the defensive shifts. Still that old school mentality, plays guys straight up, so we'll see how that impacts this game.
Andrew McCutchen will stand in, and as you can see, he's had troubles here in his own ballpark. He's much better away from home. One and one, here it comes. Grounded up the first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates. After 1, no score. Howie Kendrick makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second. And that misses for ball 4, so it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
Yeah, and this has been the big concern with this guy over the last couple of seasons. He's prone to getting hurt by the base on balls. Already that's 2 walks here in the early going, and that's something that he's going to need to get a handle on pretty quick.
Scott Van Slyke will stand in now. 2 hits and 5 trips for him in yesterday's ball game.
Well, you look for a guy to produce? He's got 9 RBIs in his last 10 games, and he had another good one yesterday as well.
Lock sets. Here it is on 2-1. Fastball is looked at for strike 2.
Now you got to beware of that sinker. I mean, he'd take a strikeout right now, but I think he still just wants this guy to hit the ball on the ground.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Ball 3. 3-2 now. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew working this one. Behind the plate is Eric Summersgill.
Well, I think Summersgill is pretty well liked as an umpire, but if he gets any gruff, it seems like it's often coming from right-handed batters on pitches they don't think they can reach.
Meanwhile here, this ball's given a pretty good ride out to deep left field, and that is going to clear the wall. A home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. 8th home run on the season for him, and the Dodgers move in front now 2-0.
Well, you can hang part of the blame for this one on the leadoff walk, but I suppose you could also hang some of the blame on the fact that this pitch is right in his wheelhouse. He makes sure he doesn't miss it.
Standing in now, A.J. Ellis. And they'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. To 2-2 now. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
Still 2-2. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out.
Well, this is how you got to do it in this league. If you give up a two-run home run, you got to just move on quickly. And he's still upset about it, don't get me wrong, but it's when you dwell on it that you get yourself into more trouble.
Into the box now, Scott Kazmir. He'll get to take his first cuts here. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. High pop-up. Gong is under it near the mound. 2 gone.
Yeah, you know, it's not always easy to pick up the baseball on one of these bright, sunny days. Nobody shades his eyes well, and he puts this one away for the second out.
Yasiel Puig will dig in for a second time. A strikeout victim opening up the ball game.
And remember, they got him on a fastball, so I got to figure they're going to attack him the exact same way.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. But the Dodgers do strike for 2 coming on this 2-run home run. On to the bottom of inning number 2. It's now 2-0 L.A. Jung-Ho Gong will stand in for the first time now, and he's got that average up over the 300 mark to begin play.
Well, when you look at what this guy's done so far, Matty, he leads this ball club in average. He's been a huge part of their offense so far this season.
This one's flared toward left center. Van Slyke comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for out number 1.
You know, now that we've made it to just about the midway point of the season, this is where you start to see a little bit of separation between the haves and the have-nots. And I think we can pretty safely say that these guys are in it for the long haul.
John Jaso will make his way in now as you get a look at his splits there on your screen. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and chopped up the middle. Backhanded. Throw to first gets him, so Kazmir's looking good to start the inning.
That's a nice backhanded play there at second. You'd like to be able to get in front of this ball if you can, but here he does a nice job of looking it into the glove, and then he makes the throw to first for the out.
Jordy Mercer strides forward for the first time, and he's been in a bit of a slump recently. Here it comes on 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now. You have to figure that sinker's going to be an important pitch for him here this afternoon.
No question about it.
Obviously, it's his ground ball pitch, so if you're a hitter, you're going to need to make him bring that pitch up a bit.
Line softly toward the hole, and this will be put away easily for the out. Down in order go the Pirates. They trail it here 2-0. Back in Pittsburgh, we get a shot from the city across the Monongahela River. Try to say that 10 times fast. Kike Hernandez will come forward to lead things off here for the Dodgers, with Adrian Gonzalez due to hit next.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
Tried to shoot the corner, and he missed it. 2-2.
Such a tough pitch to lay off there. The two-seamer working away with 2 strikes, but he lets it go. Maybe just because he knew he couldn't hit it.
Trying to strike him out for the second time. Hit hard to short. Taken in by Mercer. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Now batting number 23, first baseman Adrian Gonzalez.
So the bases are empty with one man gone. And stepping in now, the slugging first baseman, Adrian Gonzalez. Hit sharply toward the right side. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Boy, these fans will be happy to see this guy leave town. That's for sure. He has absolutely eaten him up here in this series. He delivers again.
Corey Seager is the batter. Got a base hit in his first trip. Runners on first with 1 down. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1.
Well, if he's missing right here, he ain't missing by much. Not getting too many favors behind the plate.
Runners off for second. Hit hard on the ground to second, and he whiffs on it as this ball's right under his glove. Long throw to third, and he is in there.
Well, I'm not sure if this was a planned hit and run or just a straight steal. If it was a hit and run, he got it all backwards here. As a left-handed hitter, he's got to know the opening is going to be to the shortstop side of the bag. Either way, he does manage to get the job done, so I guess I shouldn't be complaining.
Into the box now, Justin Turner. This one's blooped out toward right center field. McCutchen has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. And even with 2 away now, that ball just didn't get out there deep enough, so they'll hold him at third base.
It just didn't get enough of that one to get that run home, so that's probably a wise decision to hold at third.
Howie Kendrick stands in with 2 on and 2 out here in the third.
And you know, some guys just get better with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. This is a big at-bat for him right here, even though it's still early.
Runners at the corners, 2 men out. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
You know what? He's starting to skate on some thin ice here, and sooner or later, he's going to have to challenge him.
That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Dodgers strand a couple. They're up 2-0. Cole Figueroa will come forward to begin the inning. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
And they're still searching for a base runner. It's been 6 up, 6 down to start the game.
this ball runs away for ball 2, 2-1.
When you start that pitch off the edge, most guys know well enough to lay off. You've got to start it on the edge if you want him to chase.
Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. Kazmir has his target. Here it is on 2-2. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Tried to bury one down and away, but it's a full count now, 3-2.
Wow, what an at-bat he's having right now. He's fought off some tough pitches. He's laid off a few pitches like that one, and now he's worked his way back to a 3-2 count.
Full count, here it comes. Fights off another pitch and hits it foul right at the plate. Here comes the payoff pitch. And good patience exercised as he works out the walk to lead off the home half of the third.
Still no hits on the ledger, but at least they get themselves a base runner here. And that's a step in the right direction.
Kyle Saul will stand in, and he wasn't much of a factor yesterday as he took an 0 for 4 in the loss.
Well, I don't know how long they can keep watching these bad performances. It was a terrible game yesterday, and he's hitting under 100 over his last 10 games.
Nobody out, runner on first. Oh, good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2. And that misses 2-2. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. Kendrick on to first, and they turn the double play.
Well, that's the absolute definition of a pitcher's pitch right here, especially in a double play situation. I mean, not only is this pitch down, I don't even think it's in the strike zone, and that's an easy double play.
Stepping in now, Jeff Locke. Swing and a miss on the sinker, and it's 1-2. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Hard sinker misses, 2-2.
Yeah, sort of a pesky at-bat up there. You know he'd just love to fire one more fastball by this guy and be done with this inning.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Bucks go down quietly. They're still down. It's 2-0. Scott Van Slyke is ready here as we begin the top of the fourth. Locke gets the sign, ready with the 1-1 pitch. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Around first, on his way to second now. And he will make it there as he starts the fourth with a leadoff double.
Right center field. This is a fastball, and he just slashes this thing the other way into the gap. No real chance for the outfielders to cut that one off, and he's going to wind up on second with a leadoff double.
Into the box, A.J. Ellis. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Around third and being waved on home. The runner from second crosses the plate. It's a 3-0 game.
Deja vu here to start off the inning. You get a double to lead things off, followed by another double here. And they get a quick run as one guy will just replace the other at second base.
Action now in that Pirate bullpen as a left-hander starts to heat up down there. In now, Scott Kazmir. And he'll try and get his man to third here as he puts this one down. And lucky for them, the right fielder's there to back up the throw. Yasiel Puig will stand in now. A punch-out victim twice already. Ike, I'll ask you because you're the one sitting next to me. Do you approach an at-bat differently when you have 2 strikeouts under your belt this early in the game?
Well, you do in the sense that whatever you did the first 2 times, it wasn't working. But I think if you start worrying too much about trying to avoid the hat trick or worse, it'll start becoming a mind game, and you'll start falling into some pretty bad habits.
And they won't come into Puig as he'll lay off and take the walk.
Well, we knew he had to work carefully with the runner in scoring position, but I don't think a walk was what he had in mind. It's going to make things just a little trickier now with the bases loaded.
Now here's Clint Hurdle out of the Pittsburgh dugout on his way to the mound, and it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. So he will curiously make his way to the dugout after what has to be considered a very brief appearance. Kyle Lobstein is going to come on and make an appearance here, though I suspect even he couldn't have predicted he'd be taking over in just the 4th inning. Kike Hernandez will stand in against the new pitcher, and he couldn't ask for a better scenario as he stands in with the bases loaded and nobody out. 2-1, here it is. Line down the left field line, but this will be foul. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. After it is McCutchen. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out. And a relay home. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Yeah, probably a little bit of a sigh of relief out there on the pitching mound there. With a run in, the bases loaded, nobody out. You're just looking to get an out or two any way you can. So I think the sacrifice fly is a pretty good trade-off that you can live with right now.
One gone now in the Dodger 4th, and now the left-handed hitting Adrian Gonzalez will get a shot. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. 4 runs, 6 hits. No errors for the Dodgers thus far. On the ground to second base. This could be 2. 1 there. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Time for a quick break, then back to PNC Park after this. Leading off the inning, Gregory Polanco, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you know, they've fallen behind by quite a bit in the early going here, so they need a good inning here to get them back in the game.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
I'm not quite sure what that was all about. I don't think he knows either. That was almost in the on-deck circle.
Standing in now, Francisco Cervelli. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Called strike on the sinker, 2-2 now. Grounded to the right. Gonzalez is up with it. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
Man, and not only has he not allowed a hit to this point, but he's also faced the minimum so far. You can't do much better than that.
Andrew McCutchen digs in with his team still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to figure it out yet, but it's still early. We're seeing some pretty good pitching so far in this game.
And this is taken for a called strike, and he's not in love with that call either. It's 1-2 now.
Well, he's been in a tough stretch offensively, and this sure ain't gonna help.
2 out, nobody on. Takes this the other way to right. And the Pirates have their first base hit.
A pretty good swing there. You'll watch. Head stays down, ball gets deep in the zone, and he lets those hands lead the way, and he drives it to right field. That's as good an approach as you're going to see.
Stepping in now, Jung-Ho Gong. Hit hard back up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
Yeah, and you know, he just couldn't put him away here with 2 strikes. He goes to the fastball, hoping to get out of the inning, but this is hit pretty hard, and now he's got a second man on base to deal with, 2 away.
Into the box now, John Jaso. Way outside, nearly to the backstop, 2-1.
A 2-out hit here would be nice, but a 2-out walk wouldn't be the worst thing in the world either.
2 down, runners at first and second. Swung on and missed, and it's even at 2-2. And a slider swung on and missed, and the side is retired. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. More ahead from the North Shore right after this. Corey Seager heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Can't connect there. It's 2-2. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Oh, that's a nice comeback from down in the count, 2-0. He doesn't panic. He doesn't just start laying pitches in there. He had a good plan to start with, and then he executed that plan all the way through the at-bat.
Into the box, Justin Turner. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. Waiting on deck is Howie Kendrick. Tap foul at home plate. Gets a small piece near the plate. Cervelli gonna have to hurry in time to first, and there are 2 away.
This is a pretty simple play for a catcher right here. It's a nice pitch, and it looks like he might have chopped it right down off a home plate. You can see the catcher get out of his crouch, take it on one big hop, and then just make the good strong throw to first to get him easily.
Standing in now, Howie Kendrick. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. They lead it 4-0. Jordy Mercer will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Oh, I think he'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
Hit sharply on the ground. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now.
Yeah, really not a bad pitch when you look at it. This is at the knees with some movement. He just uses the center of the diamond and checks in here with a base hit.
Settling in now, Cole Figueroa. He drew a walk his first time up. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Kazmir sets 2-2 on its way home, and that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2. Kyle Saul, the number 8 hitter here, waits on deck. Grounded foul down the line, so he'll tee it up again. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Turned on down the line. Gonzalez has got it. He'll go to the bag for 1, and it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw.
You know, that's one that you just don't see that often. Safe at second base, but out at first. Just shows you the speed he has at first base, that he was able to beat the throw into second.
In now, Kyle Saul. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Around third and being waved on home. The run scores from second. It's now a 4-1 game, and he will pull into second with an RBI double.
Well, he's been doing a really good job of working corner to corner, but this is one of the first pitches we've seen that kind of found the middle of the plate, and it's going to cost him a run, as this will wind up being an RBI double.
Starling Marte will get a chance with a runner in scoring position here as he'll pinch hit now with 1 away.
Marte.
Chop foul right at home plate. Ready on 1-2. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2. Sinker, 3-2 now.
Boy, you have got to make this guy swing the bat here on this next pitch. This is not the guy you want to lose.
1 run, 4 hits, and no errors so far for the Pirates. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. And he lays off ball 4, so he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done.
And you can see the pitching coach heading for the mound, and this is nothing more than just trying to reassure your guy and give him a chance to compose himself. And he's been great so far, so there's no reason to think that he can't work out of this.
Gregory Polanco stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Can't quite get the low outside corner there. It's 1-2.
Still now on 1-2, you don't have to make the perfect pitch out there. The count is still well in your favor on the mound.
Trying to strike him out for the 3rd time. Now this is on the ground to first. We'll see if they can get 2. The second for 1. The relay not in time as he beats the throw by a step.
Boy, and this would have been a really costly double play, but fortunately he's hustling all the way down the line, and he's able to beat that throw on the back end.
Francisco Cervelli digs in, and we'll see what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 5th.
Yeah, a couple of ducks on the pond out there looking to make that trip home. This is a big 2-out AB right here, guys.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Hit on the ground to short. Scooped up. He'll go the short way to Kendrick at second, and that'll be that. But the Pirates get a run here on the RBI double. 5 innings complete. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Pirates 1. Archimedes Caminero will come on in relief now as he'll make his 35th appearance of the season.
Archimedes Caminero.
Scott Van Slyke will dig in again, and as he does, we'll flash you back to inning number 2 as you get a look at his 2-run homer that was a big blow early on. And some action now in the Pirates bullpen. They've got a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. High and wide. 2 balls and a strike. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1. One thing that man right there will not tolerate, leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
On the ground to the left side. Played on the backhand. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
This ball's hit pretty sharply here towards the hole, but then you see he's able to backhand this thing and then use that cannon he's got to fire it across the diamond and get his man.
Stepping in now, A.J. Ellis. And the count will be full. And this is swung out and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 6th inning.
And he was really late on this one. I mean, really late. You can see where the baseball is by the time he gets the barrel through. I mean, it's darn near in the catcher's glove already. That tells me he was probably looking for something else.
Into the box, Scott Kazmir. A ball and 2 strikes, the count now with the bases empty and 2 away. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. When we return, it'll be Andrew McCutchen to start things out. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Pirates 1. And here is Andrew McCutchen now. He'll lead it off as we start the home sixth. Changeup, and that fades down and away, 2-2.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
And now some action in that Dodger bullpen as a left-hander has begun to get loose. Sent on the ground out to second. On to first with it is Kendrick, and it's in plenty of time for the first out.
And all through this winning streak of theirs, we've seen some great starting pitching, and this has been another very good performance. Good enough to most likely keep that winning streak going.
Jung Ho Gong will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far. Kazmir's ready. 2-2 pitch on its way. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. Sixth inning. 4-1 is our score. Hit out towards second. Kendrick's got it. Throw to first gets him, so Kazmir's looking good to start the inning.
Now batting.
And here's a look at his pitches by inning so far. He's up to 82 now, so he's been able to keep that count fairly low and not run up too many high-stress innings.
John Jaso will come in now with 2 away, and to this point at least, so much for having the 3-4-5 guys get the rally started.
Yeah, it's been an important inning for that man out there on the mound. He's held his ground, and he may get through the teeth of this lineup, still holding on to that lead.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Takes that one a little bit low. 3 balls and a strike now.
Good at bat so far here with 2 away. You're going to go down in order. At least make that guy work for it. Got himself back into a fastball count now.
Set to deal. Here's the 3-1. Swing and a shot back up the middle. And that's in there. So perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
As we look at that again, you know, this is not a bad pitch by any stretch. If he throws this pitch 10 times, I bet he gets him out 9 of them. But here you just have to tip your cap to the guy at the plate.
Standing in now, Jordy Mercer. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
2 out with the man at first. Now a ball fouled down the right field line out of play, so that'll move the count to 2-2 now. The 2-2 pitch. Hit hard up the middle. And that's through for a hit.
Yeah, sometimes after 2 outs, you can let your guard down out there on the mound. But all of the back hits have given him a bit of a wake-up call here.
Cole Figueroa strides in now, and we'll see if he can come through with 2 on and 2 out here in the 6th.
Well, there's still a lot of this game left, but it is starting to get late. This is a big opportunity that they don't want to let slip away.
Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1-2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2 to first. And the two-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Pirates strand a couple. They trail it 4-1. Back here in Pittsburgh, the men in blue leading in this one as we get set to begin the 7th. But before we do, let's check out the game summary to this point. Yasiel Puig is set to get us started for the late innings of this one.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
All even now, 2-2. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2. And a good take there as they'll have a leadoff man aboard to start the 7th. It's ball 4.
Center fielder number 14, Kike Hernandez.
Kike Hernandez will stand in here. He's 0 for 2 with a sacrifice to this point. We're in the 7th now. 4-1 our score to this point. Puig off for second. Skied into straightaway right. Polanco has a read on it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
You know, that's the thing with throwing a fastball as hard as he does. It makes fly balls travel that much farther off the bat. And this thing gets out there a long ways before it finally gets tracked down.
Adrian Gonzalez steps in, working on a 1 for 2 game so far. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Now a throw over, a dive, but he's back. And that'll miss. It's ball 4, and down to first goes Adrian.
I think these guys are at the point of the series where they've seen enough of this guy swing the bat. Go ahead, take first base.
And Clint Hurdle's out to have a conference at home plate, so it appears we'll see a double switch here. Neftali Feliz will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Josh Harrison will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch.
Josh Harrison.
Corey Seager stands in, was locked up on strike 3 in his last trip.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
Takes a look at a changeup there, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Feliz sets. Here it is on a ball and 2 strikes. This is blistered into right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. And the runner from second is in to score. Make it 5-1.
And that may be the at-bat there that finally seals the deal here. That'll make it a 4-run lead right now, and that will be awfully tough to overcome this late in the ball game.
Jared Hughes will come on and pitch here with 1 gone in the top of the 7th.
Jared Hughes.
Justin Turner will be his first assignment here as he'll face him with runners at first and second and 1 gone. First and second now, 1 man out. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Fastball here.
I think it has to be. You're licking your chops if you're the hitter. 3-1. You can't walk the bases loaded. Bail and wail.
Ground ball to second. This could be 2. Throw in time as he's called out on a bang-bang play at first.
I think these guys are pretty lucky just to get an out on this play. You see, they try to start the double play at second base. That doesn't work out, and they're pretty fortunate that the relay throw is in time to at least get the out at first.
And ball 4 here on the intentional walk, so now they'll have a force at any base with 2 gone.
And this could really be trouble now because with runners on every base, they've got a chance to really break this thing wide open.
Scott Van Slyke comes to the plate with the bases juiced, and it seems a big hit here could really put this one out of reach.
And pretty much any glimmer of hope for those guys in the field would have to be gone if he comes through with a big knock right here.
Looking to minimize the damage here. Way outside, nearly to the backstop. 2-1.
Now the pressure will really start to mount out there. That strike zone's going to feel like it's the size of a soup can right now.
This is on the ground to short. Is he going to get out of this? He is. They get the force at second base, and the inning is over. So it's 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and they leave the bases loaded. Stretch time coming up here in Pittsburgh. LA's on top, 5-1. Leading off the inning, Kyle Saul. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game. So just chip away, chip away.
Some action in the Dodger bullpen now as it appears they have both a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. And the sinking fastball called strike 3, and that's out number 1.
Well, there's no question that the sinker away has always been this guy's bread and butter pitch. You can see where it is on show track, and you're just not going to get a better location than that pitch with 2 strikes.
Into the box now, Josh Harrison. Fought off at the plate, and will do it again. Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2.
Well, just getting stronger as he goes along. He's even got the strikeout pitch working now, and that's 2 straight to start the 7th.
Gregory Polanco will stand in for the 4th time now, still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far, and they've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Swinging a ball yanked down the right field line. And that's a fair ball heading out toward the 320 sign in right. The relay, the tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates. They're down here 5-1. Guido Knudsen will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
63, Guido Knudsen.
A.J. Ellis ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. And tough fastball to lay off on 1 and 2, but he did, and it's 2 and 2 now. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game. And a look there at the starter comparison, telling the story of the ball game. One guy still going and pitching well. The other one long since departed for the showers. Carl Crawford has come out into the on-deck circle now, as that's going to spell the end for Scott Kazmir.
Carl Crawford.
And that fastball's too much for him there. 1 and 2.
Well, he'll lean pretty heavily on that fastball. Why not? It's a big one.
Ready to deliver the 1 and 2. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Grounded to short. Throw gets him. 2 down.
The right fielder, number 66, Yasiel Puig.
Yasiel Puig will stand in here. 0 for 2 with a run scored so far. Swing and a ball lined hard towards short. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Dodgers down in order. They're up 5-1. Yimi Garcia is on out of the bullpen now, as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Yimi Garcia.
Francisco Cervelli will start out the inning here for the Pirates, to be followed by Andrew McCutchen waiting on deck.
And so far in this ballgame, he hasn't even been on base yet, so we'll see if he can make an adjustment here.
Ready now with the payoff pitch. Hot shot on the ground to short. Seager is there, throws in time, and that's out number 1.
The center fielder, number 22, Andrew McCutchen.
Andrew McCutchen will step in, a ground-out victim as last time. Now the Dodgers get a right-hander up and throwing in their bullpen. 1-1, here it is. Fly ball out toward left center field. On the move is Van Slyke, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. McCutchen can motor. He's heading for third. The relay throw, and McCutchen is into third base with a triple.
Yeah, you can't help but think about all the men they've left on base so far and how many times a triple like this could have really done some damage. Instead, they'll have to be content to take this one with the bases empty.
Jung Ho Gong will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
And able to lay off the fastball away here. 2-1 now. Bounced weakly near the plate. Ellis is up with it. Throw on to Gonzalez, and that's out number 2.
Now batting, first baseman, Sean Jaso.
Striding into the box, John Jaso. He singled his last time up.
And they take another single right here, too, no doubt. Runner in scoring position, so any ball into the outfield probably gets him home.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Here's the 0-2. swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Ready with the 0-2. And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2. Runners left in scoring position. One of the big keys to this ball game so far. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes.
Nope, that's a ball.
And he lays off the fastball away, so it's 2-2 now. Where do you go from here?
I think he's set up for something off speed. If you can put that changeup below his knees, you won't come within a foot of it.
Late swing and a ball line fouled into the seats past the third base dugout. All even at 2-2. Here it is. A fastball here, and this is softly hit and fouled off to the left. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2.
And you know what, guys? This is a big league battle going on right now. Neither guy wanting to back down. No sign of weakness on either side.
Now a swing and a ground ball for the second baseman, Kendrick. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Pirates leave 1. They're down 5-1. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Kike Hernandez. He flew out in his last at-bat. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the 9th.
And after that pitch was called a ball on the pitch before, I mean, I think this actually qualifies as strike 4. You know, on the mound, he's probably thinking, hey, can I apply the credit to the next guy?
Stepping in now, Adrian Gonzalez. And there's a pitch Gonzalez takes, and we're back even at 2-2.
Well, that's a good thing that pitch was above the strike zone, because a few inches lower, and that ball's right in his wheelhouse.
And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground to the left side. Throw on to first will get him. Score at 5-3 on the putout, though it looked more like a 6-3 ground ball. Nevertheless, there are 2 away now. Into the box, Corey Seager. He'll look to keep it going. 3 for 4 so far in the ball game. 2 out, nobody on. And he struck him out. So a good pitch there, and now they're going to need to string some hits together in this last at-bat if they want to get back in this thing. 1, 2, 3 go the Dodgers. They lead this one, though, 5-1. Chris Hatcher will be the new pitcher.
Now pitching for the Dodgers, number 41, Chris Hatcher.
Striding in to start the 9th, Jordy Mercer. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Ready with the 1-2. Very weakly on the ground, but it gets foul. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
This bullpen's picking right up where their starter left off. This has been a real team effort on the mound so far.
Jason Rogers will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 15, Jason Rogers.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
I think that's consistent with how the strike zone gets called nowadays. That's a strike in the rule book, but most umpires won't give you that pitch anymore.
Here comes the 3-1 pitch. And he lays off, ball 4. So he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done.
Now batting, number 85.
Digging in, Kyle Saul. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
It's always tough to go down looking, but the thing I remember about his last at-bat is that he really made the pitcher work. He saw a bunch of pitches, and that's a bigger deal than a lot of people realize.
And he misses again, ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base-on balls.
That's an easy take right there on the 3-2 pitch. Not all that inviting at all. You want to at least make the guy think about hacking up there. Instead, now he's on with one away.
Kenley Jansen is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
Kenley Jansen.
Josh Harrison will stand in now, and hey, give these guys credit. They're not going down without a fight.
I'll tell you what, they're not too far away from making a game out of this one after all.
Runners are at first and second with one away. And he struck him out, so he's down on strikes for the second time this afternoon.
These guys really haven't had all that many great chances offensively. So, you know, they'd hate to see this threat go by the boards. Not a good time for a strikeout at all.
Gregory Polanco makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the ninth inning.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason. You've got to fight for all 27 outs.
Swing and a miss, and with that, the Bucks are down to perhaps their final strike of the ball game. That man's team has definitely shot itself in the foot with all the strikeouts so far.
It seems like it's been a growing trend so far, but man, you've just got to be able to put the ball in play when you've got runners in scoring position.
Hard hit ball to second, on to first, and that will seal matters here this afternoon.
And you know what? I don't care who you're playing. You know, it's never easy to go out on the road and win any game. So that was a great effort by them in every phase of the game.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. An entertaining game all in all, so if we have to choose one who stood out among all others, why not go with this man right here? He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he came through with a couple of hits, but more importantly, that big home run, which really led his guys to this victory.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com. The Dodgers win it 5-1. So long from Pittsburgh.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon for the victorious Dodgers. 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They left 9 runners on base. For the Pirates, 1 run, 8 hits, no errors. They left 9 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 54 minutes. A reminder that extra tea service to the South Hills is available across the bridge at either the Wood Street or Gateway Center stations. 33X West Busway buses are also available with service to Carnegie, Bell, Crafton, and Sheridan stations. Also, return trips to Station Square on the Gateway Clipper fleet are available outside the stadium for 1/2 hour after the final pitch.